Good morning. I'm Brittany Falkers, and this is Local 5 News at your desk on wearegreenbay.com. Officials say a semi-truck was involved in a crash in Marinette County that closed lanes in both directions of US 141. The incident occurred just after 4 this morning by 13th Road near the town of Beaver. There have been no word on injuries. Now, the Winnebago County Sheriff's Department says they've recovered the body of a missing boater from Little Lake Butamore. The county coroner has confirmed that it is the body of 50-year-old Mark Graham of Neenah. Graham was last seen Saturday morning. His boat was found empty circling the lake, and crews had been searching the lake since then. An autopsy will be done tomorrow. To news now from your local election headquarters. The results are in after voters made their choices on local races and referendums. But we start with the only contested statewide race on the ballot, state school superintendent. It pitted incumbent Tony Evers against challenger Lowell Holtz. And Evers was the runaway winner of this one, beating Holtz by more than double the votes. In the Howard-Suamico School District, there was an interesting referendum question on the ballot. It asked voters to exceed revenue limits by $4 million per year with no cap date set on the referendum. And the voters overwhelmingly defeated the referendum by more than a 2-to-1 margin. The district said that the budget may now have to be reduced by $3 million. Opponents say they could not get behind the referendum because of uncertainty of where the money would go. In Green Bay, voters were also asked to decide on a pair of referendums. The Green Bay School District asked taxpayers to exceed revenue limits by $16.5 million for each of the next 10 years. Voters said yes on that, 63% to 37%. They also asked voters to spend $68 million on school building improvements. They overwhelmingly supported the measure. That means a new school will be built to replace Baird Elementary and make improvements to other elementary schools across the district in an effort to stop overcrowding, particularly on the east side. And there was a pair of referendum questions in Little Chute. The first question asked to exceed revenue limits by $275,000 for each of the next 5 years. That measure passed by a 2-to-1 margin. And question 2 passed. Voters approved borrowing $17.8 million for school building purposes. Now, there are concerns about a request for a $500,000 city loan by Mayor Jim Schmidt on behalf of the Hotel Northland project back in February. The loan was originally approved by the city's redevelopment authority back in January, but it was removed from the city council agenda before any vote, so the loan was never made. Now, a lawsuit between the two business partners in the project forced several court documents to be made public. Opponents of the mayor are saying those documents show the loan may have been to help one of the Northland developers buy out the other. The mayor's office told Local 5 that he's offended by the accusations and he's always acted in the best interest of the city. Well, thanks for watching News at Your Desk. We hope you'll join us for Local 5 News at noon. Remember, Local 5 is always on wearegreenbay.com.